Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1547.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about why the demand for mortgage refis has jumped dramatically, even with not that big of a drop in interest rates. So recently, interest rates did decline a bit, and as of right now, the 30-year mortgage rate is 6.6% for conforming loan balances of $806,500 or less, which is down from 6.77%. Homeowners are definitely looking for savings, even if they're taking on a riskier type of mortgage. In general, refinance demand is up, along with renewed demand for adjustable rate loans, driving a sharp increase in overall applications about a week ago. Total mortgage volume for applications rose 10.9% from the previous week, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. Now, even though the interest rate dropped slightly, points increased slightly, including the origination fee for loans with a 20% down payment. The rate is 0.13% higher than it was the same week a year ago. The average contract interest rate for 5/1 ARMs adjustable rate mortgages decreased to 5.8% from 6.06%. ARM loans are generally fixed for a term but then adjust to market rates, making them riskier products. Applications to refinance home loans jumped 23% for the week and were 8% higher than the same week a year ago. That was the strongest week for refis since last April, and the refinance share of mortgage activity increased to 46.5% of total applications from 41.5% the previous week. Joel Kahn, an MBA economist, said, as seen in other recent refinance bursts, the average loan size grew significantly to $366,400. Borrowers with larger loan sizes continue to be more sensitive to rate movements. Given the relative attractiveness of ARM rates compared to fixed-rate loans, ARM applications increased 25% to their highest level since 2022, and the ARM share of all applications was almost 10%. Lower rates, however, didn't do much for potential homebuyers. Applications for a mortgage to purchase a home rose 1% for the week and were 17% higher than the same week a year ago, while home prices are definitely weakening in most markets, falling in other markets, and they're still quite high historically compared with incomes. As you know, the monthly consumer price index data recently was mixed, showing some impact from tariffs, but some price declines in large categories. Matthew Graham, Chief Operating Officer at Mortgage News Daily, said the odds of a Fed rate cut actually improved for September. Shorter-term bonds also improved, no surprise as they are highly correlated with Fed rate expectations. But longer-term bonds, which includes the bonds that dictate mortgage rates, held steady. Yeah, so just to comment on that, there's now an 83% chance of a 0.25% interest rate cut priced in by traders, according to the CME rate tool. So people are still expecting interest rates to decline, even though we've had some mixed news, which has caused a little bit more interest rate volatility here recently. The Fed meets on September 17th, about a month from now, and a lot can happen between now and then. But it's very interesting that refis increased to 46.5% of total applications from 41.5% the previous week. And it looks like people are using this little decline in interest rates to refinance while they can. So we'll continue to monitor what's going on with interest rates. I still am expecting that September cut and probably one after September before the end of the year, and also a couple into next year. So we probably have around at least 1% lower interest rates between now and next spring, in my opinion. But we'll continue to monitor rates and report back to you. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more wealth tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.